Hello everyone, this is the Good Captain. Welcome to another video in my LP of campaign series West Front. This is the linked campaign game titled Hohenstaufen's Armored Fist, mission number 4. Yeah. And this is titled In Need of a Miracle. So we'll begin this scenario like we always do, reading the historical, and then moving into the pre-game analysis. So, Mount Haut, 7 kilometers southwest of Caen, France. Although you've performed near miracles since your redeployment to Normandy, overall our campaign is still going badly. We have been pushed from our forward positions at Rory and Mondrenville, and now our fallback position at Hill 112 is exposed and threatened. Our earlier counterattacks, especially the ones you led, while being successful in many respects, did not achieve the desired effect, as the British advance continues. On Hill 112, the situation is becoming desperate, and the 2nd of the 19th is facing utter destruction. HQ has sent 1st and 3rd of the 19th in a last-ditch attempt to save this position. However, their actions in sending more troops forward will be rendered worthless should the enemy obtain a flanking position. You are hereby ordered to hold the village of Malthaut and the Orne River crossing to St. Andre at all costs. You will only have limited support. This is a mission in which any form of failure will be unacceptable. We need another miracle. Okay. So let's do the map overview. Okay, again, this is a very large map, but, well, there's a lot of buts. In fact, I probably should have done an introduction to this video. But anyway, we'll cover some of this as we go through the scenario analysis. So, we are defending a few towns in a city, if you want to call it that, at the bottom of a valley. And of course down here in the southwest area of the map is the somewhat famous Hill 112. Now I don't have all my books on this. In previous linked campaign games and the Kwajalein scenario, I actually was reading along with Osprey books or the just whatever materials I could get my hands on to be a little sharper on the historical context. But okay, Hill 112, dominant terrain. Whoever controlled it controlled observation of the enemy, so could get better fire support or artillery support, right? So control over this key piece of terrain, very crucial in Normandy. Fine. That's what this is down here in the southwest. But we're not fighting over the hill. We're fighting to hold the flank so that ostensibly other units can come reinforce it, right? So I think our battle is going to be restricted to the east end here. In other words, you'll see momentarily, but I'm not really anticipating the British to come from the west. Like, I'm not expecting large forces coming from the west, and the scenario setup sort of lends itself towards an attack from the north, or at the very least the northwest. Excuse me. Okay. So the elevation is a little bit interesting in that we're sort of fighting along a hill, right? We're not fighting up or down a hill. We're fighting on the side of not a terribly steep mountain, but we're fighting on the side of an incline, at least. Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 elevation changes in as many hexes. So yeah, it's safe to say we're fighting on the side of a fairly significant elevated area. So anyway, are there any significant terrains to discuss? Well, I don't know about significant, but I have a feeling that this is going to be an interesting battle. But first, let's just point out some obvious things. There's a deep river cutting through the middle, or right down the center of this valley here, and right alongside it is this rail line. So there's bridges and a road here, and more bridges, rail bridges. But I can't zoom in any further, and so if you can't see it on YouTube, I'll just describe this to you. There are fords all up and down the side of this. And if I flip the map, let me move it down here. They're all up and down the side of this too. So just east of Mount Todt is it's all crossable. It's all fordable right here. So I don't know how interesting that will be, but I'm just noticing all of these things. And then there's Mount Todt itself, some open ground, and then there's the much larger city of Saint Andre. And my instinct is that it's going to be kind of the British will come from the north or northwest area where all these wrecks are out in this field over here, and there's just just all kinds of, like, here's one wreck, this is 4, this is 1, 3, 6, right, 3, 3, 4, 6, 4, so lots of burning right up over there. But other than that, I don't know if there's a whole lot of significant terrain, not as significant as in other battles. There might have to do with the fact that this is primarily a defensive scenario. So, I feel like when you're attacking, it's a little more. I guess you look at terrain in a different way. For defense, especially this map, I don't have much to say for right now. So we'll move on to the objectives. There are 5. 5, right? Oh, let me make sure I didn't misspeak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there are 5 actual pointed objectives, and then there are 2 exit objectives for the British. So, yeah, the AI is probably going to be coming hard on for Saint Andre. And well, when we get to the plan, I'll talk more about it, but I'm going to try to take as much advantage of that as possible. But before we talk about that, let's talk about support. What do we have in the way of artillery? Well, for the first time in this campaign game, we have off-board artillery. And I'm going to take a quick pause because I actually didn't get this dialed in before I started the video. I'm going to find out how effective these guns are. How far off the map are they? So, quick pause. Alright, so there's one off the dirt road hex. 3 hexes off the map here. One off this rail line. 3 hexes off the map. And then one off this raised hill location. That's 7 hexes off the map. Yeah, so that one's kind of far off. So if we take that into account, another quick pause. Yeah, I mean, even the gun that's furthest off the map can reach out to Mount Todt with about an 11 firepower attack. So yeah, these are solid artillery pieces. But I think we're going to be, looking at 13 and 14 point attacks for what I have planned. At any rate, happy to have you. Okay. We also have the half tracks and mortars that we are graced with thanks to the order of battle. And look, these 280mm rockets. like we had in the previous scenarios, the box rockets are here. And then finally there's this SIG-38T. This is a really cool little unit. It's a self-propelled artillery gun. This one's pretty good, so happy to have them all. Quite a bit of artillery, quite a bit of smoke too. I don't see any use for that right at the moment, but you know, we'll keep that in mind. Absolutely, I love smoke. Reinforcements not coming. There's nothing in the way of reinforcements, and of course there's no air. Alright, so that takes care of the minimum analysis. Now I'm going to talk briefly, or at least I'll try to be brief, about what I'm going to do in this scenario. Now, it's been a while since what has it been, like 5 days or something since I released a video. A lot of different things have been going on in my life that have been taking my time. My car broke, my lawnmower broke, and my pool broke, so those have been soaking up a lot of time. And then once I sort of got my head around that, one of the in-laws needed help, so my wife and I are graced with the presence of individuals we did not know would grace us with their presence. But at any rate, back to it now. So that's okay, because it actually gave me some opportunity when I could to just come in here, boot up this game, and stare at the map for a little bit. And this needed or needs a lot of staring at the map to get your head around. One of the issues with this scenario off the bat is the fact that Germany, among all the powers in World War II, really had just a ton of equipment, a ton of different types of equipment. I think it's part of the appeal for the amateur historians or board gamers to play Germany, because they have just such a variety of weird stuff, from half tracks to tanks to guns to artillery to everything. This is just not the case when you sort of cross-reference them or compare them to, say, the United States Army of Order of Battle, or the Soviet Order of Battle, right? I mean, if this was a Soviet battle group, we would have we'd see a level of standardization that the Germans here just don't have, and that's not a problem. It's just that all these units are so uniquely capable, right? So just take one example, the box rockets. I mean, in the last scenario, you kind of had to go through and look at, understanding this unit is crucial. Obviously, if you didn't ever do what I just did here and check the ranges, you might not know that this thing can't fire at 4, 3, or 2 hex range, or 1 hex range, right? At any rate, that's just an example, and they're all kind of like this. The 88s are so much, have a vastly different capability when comparing anti-tank values to anything else on the map here, including German armor. So yeah, it's just a matter of sort of and then being on defense. Being on defense in a linked campaign game is pretty rare. I'm used to attacking, and one thing that is apparent in this linked campaign game is that, I mean, in the last scenario, I was treating it like I would any other scenario in any other linked campaign game, but it's just clearly not the case in here. I mean, we're just, I think, going to be constantly overwhelmed by allied units. So even when we're attacking and we think the scenario is over, there's probably just going to be stuff everywhere all the time. I think that's at least a healthy way to proceed. All this to say that this has taken a lot of time just to massage a plan into place, but I think I've got one. So I'm just going to try to truncate this so we can get to pushing pieces, because I knew this intro would take too long. It's already been a quarter of an hour. But we're not, I'll just try to nutshell this thing. I do not intend to hold Maltôte. I intend to hold Saint Andre. This is for the obvious reason that this is where the balance of the points are, but not only that, of course. I think we can make a decent killing field in the area between Maltôte and Saint Andre, and so that is what we're going to try to do. That's how we're going to try to win this scenario, by drawing the enemy in to these. They are elevated hexes, which is mildly a nuisance. It's kind of a nuisance, since not every hex is gonna have. It's not clear how the lines of sight work, because everything's elevated up and down on either side of the river. But I think I've got it, at least part of it mapped out, and the rest will fall into place as we go. So, I'm not gonna. I don't want to explain what I'm gonna do. You can just watch. But viewer beware. This is gonna. It's gonna take a minute to get this all set up. So this whole video right now, you're probably gonna just see me moving into position, loading up and moving pieces of fairly long distances or large distances into specific areas that I've sort of pre-designated for, guns, tanks, troops digging in, whatever's we've got going on, or observation, right? So I've got some key points to hold down for observation. I will say before I start moving any pieces that I studied the scenario information. I've read this historical like 5 times, and I've studied this map a lot. I think it's oversized. I don't quite know why that is. I have a suspicion that we might be fighting on this map again in the future, and maybe the scenario designer just made one big map and didn't cut it for this scenario. I just don't think we're going to be attacked from the west. Okay, I just don't think that's going to happen. Now I'm going to set up some eyes so that if that does happen, we're not completely blindsided. But I really think I could be wrong, but my gut instinct is that the British will come from the north or northwest, or from this area where all these wrecks are. And but we're going to give them this city, and then we're going to turn this area hopefully into the new place where a bunch of wrecks will be. So with that all out of the way, I'm going to start with the most obvious things first. But first, a little pause for me. Okay, we're rolling. The first move I want to make is to pack up this 88. It's got a great view, but this is too exposed. And if you play this game a lot, these AT and AA guns sort of, these fixed guns are highly vulnerable pieces. This isn't where we want to make our stand with this unit, so. Okay, next I need to get this 75mm packed up. Yeah. So I'm always a little finicky about this, but yeah. Yeah, that worked. Okay, but oops. But we're not going to move him yet. 6. Yeah, we need to move them. First we'll move this empty half-track carrier up 1 space. And I'm just keeping I'm keeping everything from being traffic jammed so we can maximize our movement points. Now I'm going to bring this mortar half track back at least to right here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now we can move this clear and straight down the road. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna load this machine gun team up and move him back. And next we're gonna load up this infantry unit here. Oh, whoops, that's a stump. Dummy. Okay, no matter. There's plenty to go around. Oh no, these are all stumps. Oh, we don't have a kid. Okay, we'll just find the right half track. Okay, yeah, let's move you here. Load up. And head back. You'll go here. Load up. Okay. So we're not going to completely evacuate. This is my headquarters platoon for the very badly mauled company of Panzer Grenadier in the last scenario. He is going to refrain from shooting, and he is going to camp right here, and hopefully between the field we get a concealment bonus of -1, so I'm hoping we stick around for a turn, maybe 2, and spot what's coming in, or get early spots on what's coming in. Speaking of spotting, now it's time to move the stumps. Or no, we might need to clear, yeah, we'll have to clear the way in St. Andre. So let me pause and study this. Actually, let's do, again, doing the easiest things first, I think, is always the best. So let's go ahead and pack up our box rockets. Oh, that's right, it takes 100% of their, well, whatever. Okay, big whoop. Okay, next, we're going to dig in. There's a company, a fresh company of Panzer Grenadier on the east side of St. Andre, and we really want this one up here in the far north to dig in, and God willing we'll have a fortified village hex, which will be awesome. And I'm not too keen on ever really fortifying objective hexes because you can manipulate the AI to enter them and then turn them into killing fields, but it's too important for what we have planned. It's too important of a hex. We need this hex to be fortified. Yeah. And I also want to fortify this area in front of the bridge. Actually, maybe I don't need to fortify that hex per se. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. So let's send one unit down to the bridge. Yeah, let's make it you. You will dig in here. We're gonna be the king of spades in this scenario. It's going to be a lot of digging in. And then these carrier half tracks, we're just not going to use them, but I feel a little weird about exiting them so early in the battle. I think we can exit them off this British hex here if worst comes to worst, so I'm just gonna put them here for now. Yeah. Oh, whoops, that's a stump, dummy. Yeah, we have a job for the stumps. Okay. Let's get the MG guys over and digging in with this one. This is more important. Okay. Okay, so that's it for the east side of Saint Andre. Okay, let's pack up this 88. We need to 4, 5. Yeah, we need to unjam this. So let's get rid of these. Let's move these half tracks out of the way. Okay. I'll just pause this and move the rest of these useless tracks. Okay, let's go ahead and dig in this unit on the west side of Mount Hote. So this will be the forward position for our killing field. It doesn't have great line of sight, but it's a necessarily it's a position that needs to be fortified. I'm not going to fortify the victory location. I'm going to maneuver. Yeah, this platoon will go here because I want to dig in here. And here. Yeah. And this this one is slightly more important, so we'll move the machine gunners up. Oh, we have 2 machine guns. Yeah, so you go here, you go here. Okay. 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6. Yeah, so we're clear. This should be able to move. Yeah. Yeah, so let's push this 88 back to here. Okay. All right, now we're definitely going to move some stumps. There are a series of locations that I want to occupy with the stumps back here in Bully. So first, let's move you. And we're going to occupy this hex because it's got a... So I'll just do this and sort of explain what I'm doing. What we're going to do is... yeah, we're not going to shoot. And that way we won't get seen and then we won't die. And as soon as we see bad guys coming, we're going to fall out. We're just going to fall back to the hex behind the hex they're in where they can't be seen. See, like that. And this is the way the stumps will contribute. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, should be good. So let's move you here. Okay, so that's 3. 1 there, and then... Oh, that's right. I think I wanted an 88 over in these fields. Oh, no. I think I settled on using tanks. Man, it just got... I was just making decisions and then reasoning myself out of those decisions, so I should have probably written all this stuff down, but I did not. No big deal. Okay, let's move some of these less mission essential units out. Boy, there are a lot of stumps. I still have these 3. I only really planned 3 into my web of reconnaissance, so these 3 are kind of useless. You're staying put. Panzer IVs. You can move here, of course, but I don't want you to shoot, so we'll shut them off, and they'll help. I guess they can be the eyes, right? Because we can just bail backwards out this way. Maybe even hit the asphalt road and come into St. Andre that way. So yeah, we can hit the afterburners. Let's get out of here. Let's move you here. Okay, a little pause while I have to recall how I wanted to deploy my anti-aircraft assets. Yeah, we've got time to sort of get them organized, but for now we'll put them where they'll be useful later. Yeah, let's move you guys here. Mortar half tracks, yeah, you guys can just come on back. Same with you, same with you, same with you. Yeah, the SIG self-propelled artillery will just join the 120 millimeters for the time being. Okay. Yeah. Let's bring the headquarters back. Oh, this is for the Stugs. Yeah, let's get the stumps out. Stumps away. I'm gonna pause so you don't have to watch this dumb stuff. Okay. Yeah, and I'll bring the Stugs. I think I'm gonna bring, yeah, these are a mid-range tank at best, so yeah, they don't want to do any long-range fighting. Let's bring them back. Bring the HQ back. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Of course, we want to move. This is the Panzer V. This is the Panther. This is a better tank than the Tiger, hands down across the board. And really, it just frankly always was. It's funny how many, like, I guess it was American tankers themselves that confused everything was a Tiger, right? So Tiger got the all the glory for being the most lethal tank, but the Panther is a better tank compared to the Tiger. So yeah, let's just get them let's get them downtown. Yeah, we need to put one up here. 2. Oh yeah, that wheat field right there. Boom. and then they have a fallback. Ooh, yeah, that's good. I like that. So they'll move in there next turn, and that's probably where they'll stay stationed for the time being. Alright, I think now it's time to use the cycling key. Let's go through one at a time and just make sure everybody's working for the Führer. Okay, here we are. Stug. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to get some of the Panthers across the river into the east side of St. Andre because they have such a great... I'll pull the stats some other time, but they're pretty good at longer range than the Stug. Wait, they're not Stugs, they're Jagdpanzer 4s, my bad. They've got a better range than the Jagdpanzer 4. Okay, that's for the 120 millimeters. That's fine, you can stay. Oh yes, this is my 1-point battalion headquarters. Who could use a boost? So let's get him a boost. Oh, I thought... Don't you get a... What happened to the range boost? Wait. Do I have the right key? Okay, I thought it was, Oh, it's a lieutenant. Where's the big guy? There's a captain. Who gets the HQ range, or who can give their HQ range boost? Not these fellows. Lieutenant Schumann, no. Captain. Is it the captain? It's not this captain. Okay. Hey, guns. Ugh, what a... Sorry, this is such a boring first video for this, but yeah, okay, let's get you moving. Yeah, the rockets are going to set up right, I think, along the rail line or just behind the woods here in this area anyway. So yeah, we'll get you up. Alright. Nothing. He's good. You're good for the time being, although I'm just going to put you at don't fire for the time being. Mostly because I just don't want to get shot back. Right? Like, so they can't see you on their turn, the turn they roll up on you. You have to shoot at them to be seen. And then there's, I think, a die roll for if you're seen in between turns. But you can, again, we're going to probably take advantage of this in this scenario. You can drop back to a blind hex. Call it skulking in ASL. If you play Advanced Squad Leader, the board game, we will be doing some skulking in this scenario, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. Artillery, don't have any demand for it. Don't see any enemies anywhere on the board just yet. So let's give the enemy its turn, and then I don't know if we'll do another turn or not, but let's give the enemy its turn. Well, they wasted no time. I expected armor. Huh. Interesting. Don't unload, don't unload, don't unload. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, gee. Huh. Wow. Yeah, they used those Fords. Okay, that's a little faster than I expected them. I did not think they would be in my face that fast, but it could have been worse. And yes, I'm gonna rip apart these loaded Bren carriers. Oh, if we do, it's 50-50. Dang it. We can't shoot, move. We can only shoot, move with the Jagdpanzer IVs, I just realized. Move here, shoot. Okay. Move here. Shoot. Yeah, okay, so this seems pretty safe. Let's begin by moving the Jagdpanzer IVs here. Oh! Oh, you short-range piece of crap. 50. Do we dare? Do we dare? Enemy tanks could move up on us. I'm not certain. I really don't want to break protocol for my plan, but little pause while I identify what this tank is. So I'm pretty sure it's either a Churchill 5 or a Churchill 4. I guess I can accept a shot from hex range 7, but I really just don't want to take hits off of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, no, they'd have to come too far forward. Yeah, it'd be foolish, I think, not to crack off a shot at these guys, so. Wow, and these are loaded too. Okay, let's do first things first. Let's get this guy into position. Yeah, it's terrible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my card? Jagdpanzer IV, heart attack. Yeah, it's really crappy at this range. Yeah, these things don't like shooting that far, but it's just a Bren carrier and it's loaded. Okay, and now we'll take a much better shot at 18. This should kill it. Now, do we shoot again? Let's see what damage we did real quick. Yeah, carrier section 43. Okay. If we shoot again, it means we're stuck here. If we shoot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those Churchills could roll up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but something else could come too. I don't know if it's worth one lousy point. Ugh, there's so much to do here. Let's see if there's some other sleazy hex we can snap off from. There is. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this seems relatively safe. Let's finish him off. No! Alright, let's see what this... Rebel Hex can actually see this spot. Otherwise, it's gonna have to be the other side. Okay. Little pause. I really want to shoot, and I'm just gonna do it. I think we are at range enough that it won't hurt us, so we're gonna crack off a shot against this fresh. Yeah, alright. Kind of regretting pulling back. I think that's it for the freebies. Yeah, we could go up there and skunk that. Yeah, I'm gonna... yeah. Yeah, this seems... yeah, pretty harmless. So let's just go up there and... shoot. And fall back. No, yeah, we'll fall back next turn. Okay. Okay, the rest of this video is probably going to be me just moving pieces into position. I really don't want to... this video itself I feel is pretty boring. I may just mop up the rest of this turn off screen because I don't think I'll be doing much more combat. But being that this has been basically an hour so far, I'll decide between now and the next video. So thanks for watching this. All the best from the good captain, and bye bye.